What's up, world? This is Sway, and we are coming to you live from the BET studios in Washington, D.C., where we're getting ready to welcome the 44th President of the United States. BET, CMT, and MTV are proud to present a conversation with President Obama.
Joining us today in the nation's capital are 225 young people representing races, ethnicities, religions, and political ideologies from across the spectrum. And they're all anxious to engage the president in a wide array of topics, and no subject is off limits. I'm April Woodard from BET. Thanks so much for being here. I'm here with Sway Calloway, and we'll be moderating today's discussion. And we're joined by CMT's Katie Cook, who will be manning our feedback station. Katie.
Thank you so much, April. Yes, over the course of the next hour, we're going to be using what we're calling our Twitter tracker to not only take questions for the president, but also to monitor in real time how viewers are responding to what the president is saying. And we're expecting a pretty lively discussion in the Twitterverse as President Obama addresses the issues that are stirring passions throughout the country. And you too can join in the conversation. Here's how. Now it's your turn. What do you want to ask the leader of the free world? Tweet your question using the hashtag Ask, plus the specific issue you care most about. So if you want to know about jobs, tweet hashtag AskJobs. For a question about the economy, tweet hashtag AskEconomy. And we also want to know your thoughts on the future of the country. Let us know by tweeting hashtag MyGreatestHope or hashtag MyGreatestFear. We'll select some of your tweets to share with the President of the United States. Now's your chance to make your voice heard.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our honor to welcome the President of the United States, Barack Obama. Good to see you as well, Mr. President.
Thank you.
All right, looking great. Looking great. Before we take our first question from the audience, I wanted to talk about an issue that's been in global news. The Chilean miners who have just been rescued. The whole entire world was glued to their television sets as well as their laptops. It was a very emotional story, very compelling story. I watched it from my hotel room, and I wanted to know, where did you watch it, and what went through your mind as you did?
Well, I was watching it at the White House, and I think so many of you have seen the joy of the families as these miners were coming out. It was a testament to their personal strength. It was a testament to the way the Chilean people came together. But it was also a testament to how the world came together, because I think some of you may be aware that some of the drilling machinery that was used to get them out was made here in the United States of America. That NASA scientists helped design the mechanisms to get the miners out. And so the fact that we played some small part, I think, in this terrific story is a testament to American know-how and ingenuity, but also how we try to help other people across the globe during trying times.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
It was very inspiring.
Very inspiring. Great. Your first question is coming from April. She's right there.
Hello, Mr. President. Here's our first question.
Thank you so much for taking my question, Mr. President. My name is Cynthia Meyer. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I am a Republican. So here's my question. In 2008, you campaigned heavily on the issue of bipartisanship and reaching across the aisle. And as a Republican, I very much respected that. But to be frank, when all was said and done, I don't think that actually happened. Specifically with healthcare, I think Republicans had a lot of really good ideas that were very reasonable, and a lot of the American people agreed. And so my question for you is, how are you going to improve the dialogue among the two parties?
Well, it's a great question. And by the way, I love Austin, Texas, one of my favorite towns in the country. When I ran, it was based on the notion that Washington was broken. We were having arguments that had more to do with who would win an election than how we were going to solve the country's problems. And I continue to believe that that is holding us back. So on a whole range of issues, my hope is that we could come together, Democrats and Republicans, to find practical, common sense solutions to health care, to education, to energy issues, because although I'm a proud Democrat, I'm a prouder American. And I think all of us believe, regardless of our party affiliations, that this is a critical time where we've got to solve big problems. Now, I will tell you that with respect to health care, we actually spent months trying to obtain cooperation from Republicans to see if we could negotiate a common sense solution. This is not, by the way, something that I'm just making up. I think the record will show that we had repeated meetings, hopeful that they would meet us halfway in terms of shaping legislation that would preserve the private insurance market, wouldn't be disruptive so that people could still get the health care that they were currently obtaining if they were happy with it, but that we would also deal with some long-standing problems about skyrocketing costs and the fact that there were 30 million people without health insurance and people were being dropped when they got sick. And we just couldn't get there. Partly, and I'll be honest with you, part of it had to do with the fact that some folks made a decision that politically it would be useful for me to suffer this political defeat in terms of running against me the next time out. And some of them were pretty explicit about saying it. Now, that's all past history. Healthcare passed. I'm proud of the fact that a lot of the young people here are going to benefit very directly. If you are under 26 years old and you don't have a job, or the job that you have doesn't offer you health care, you can now stay on your parents' health insurance till you're 26 years old. If you have a pre-existing condition, you are going to be able to get health insurance. Insurance companies can't deny it. We've eliminated things like lifetime limits, allowing insurance companies to drop you for your coverage when you get sick. We're doing a whole bunch of things to emphasize prevention so that you can get regular checkups and mammograms and things like that so that you don't wait until you're sick and have to go to the emergency room, and that can help drive down costs. So there are a lot of things we've done well, but here's the broader point. I do think that there are a lot of good Republican ideas out there. In fact, there were a number of them that were incorporated in this health care bill. And my hope is that as we look forward, let's say on education or on energy, some of the things that we haven't yet finished, that we're going to have a greater spirit of cooperation after this next election. Elections are always a little bit funny. People start saying things and emphasizing differences. After the election, my hope is that people start emphasizing what we have in common.